when we read the Bible, because we read the Bible in our day, many times we use our current understanding of things to understand the Bible. But the story of the Bible didn't happen in our day. It happened 2,000, especially the story of Jesus, happened 2,000 years ago. So certain words in the Bible, if we quickly bring it into our day, the meaning may not be accurate. And one of that is that Jesus was born in a manger because there was no room in the inn. There was no room in the inn. Now, today when we say inn, we mean something like a hotel or a commercial guest house. So then immediately we translate inn means guest house. So Mary and Joseph were in Bethlehem and they were looking for a hotel. And they didn't get a hotel to go. That's about how we understand inn. But the first thing you have to understand is Mary and Joseph, Bethlehem is their hometown. And I don't know about how many of you go to your hometown to live in a hotel. I mean, if you went to your hometown now, except, you are not a proper hometown person, and you are quarreling with all your relatives and nobody wants to see you in the village again. So you go there and everyone shuts their door. But normally when you go to your hometown, you're going to find a relative to live with. You're either going to go to your father's house, your grandfather's house, or maybe your cousin who has built a house, but you're going to find a place to live. So Mary and Joseph cannot go to their hometown looking for a hotel. It doesn't make sense. So what does the Bible mean by an inn? No, those days buildings were very simple. These days we build a house and we have master bedroom and guest room and 3 bedrooms here and all of that. But those days, most houses will have one big room and an anteroom. And the one big room is where everybody stays. Privacy was not as prized then as it is now. So when you go to a place to stay, about 10, 20, 30 people can be jammed in one room. Everybody's sleeping there. And that room, that main room, what today we may call living room or sitting room, is what was called an inn. So the inn is the big room where everybody stays. So the picture you want to see is Mary and Joseph have gone to their hometown, and other people too had come to the hometown because remember, they are coming for a census. So the hometown has a lot of people coming. They go to their family house, and there's so many people out there. So they all live in the inn. They live in the inn, the living room. So probably there are about 20 or so people in that room. And most of the time in those days, people would keep their domestic animals like sheep and so on. In the morning they take them out, but in the evening they bring them in and they bring them into the house. In fact, in certain places in Ghana, it's still done, where the family cow, family sheep are brought in, and they stay in the same room with the human beings. It's not rare. You are too privileged. You don't understand the world. I can show you places in Accra where it still happens, where the animals live in the house. So, normally, if Mary gave birth, it should be in the inn, in the living room, if there were not many people. But there's so many people in the living room, so they have to go to where the animals are normally kept, somewhere on the side, and they pick this newborn baby and take the child and put the child in the manger, in the trough, in the place where the animals' food is kept. So just to clarify what it means when it says there was no room in the inn, it's not talking about a hotel. It's not talking, I don't even think Bethlehem had hotels at that time. It's too small to have a hotel. It simply means in the living room amongst humans, where the human beings normally would live, there was no room for him, and they had to find a room nearby for where the sheep are and put him there. Now, I want you to bear in mind something that is happening. The story starts with shepherds. And now Jesus is bundled up to where the sheep are. The Bible is painting a very clear picture of who Jesus Christ is. That this guy who has been born is actually the Lamb of God who is going to save people from their sins. And that's why the shepherds are chosen in the first instance, because normally the shepherds would be the one who would certify that this sheep is right to be sacrificed. This is the right one. And so the angel says, when you go to the manger where you normally find the sheep and do your inspection. And when you go, you will find that this one who has been born is truly the one who will be sacrificed by God for the sins of the world. That's the sign. Of course, I'm sure many children were born, probably born in Bethlehem about that time. But no child was born and laid in a manger. Only one was born and laid in a manger. And shepherds who understand the dynamics of it are told to go and find him to see whether it is so. And as you read later on, they went and found that it is so. Truly, the Son of God, the Lamb of the world, has been born.